Everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 4 episode... Oh, paper everywhere, hang on, episode 41. So I cocked up the last episode. I said it was episode 43 when it was episode 40. Yep, we all make mistakes, me more than most. So, last episode we did a little bit of work and we sorted ourselves out somewhat in this pile of poop that we have here. And, you know, everything was good. Everything is wonderful and hunky-dory. And we have our arrows and stuff. This episode, I've got a couple of things I want to do. The first thing I want to do is I want to head in a different direction. We need to find another land. We need to find some unexplored land. Now, we've got a nice big chunk over here. Because I really could do with trying to find some... TerraFirmaCraft terrain gen. I could also really do with finding sugarcane. That's the word I'm looking for. Eventually, if you search hard enough, you will find the word you're looking for. I'm just looking down here. You know, I've got a sneaking suspicion. If I head back down towards spawn, it's going to take a while to get there. But if we kind of take a let's have a look. We kind of came down that way. So if we go kind of round a bit again, uncover some more terrain, we can get down here. And I think there's stuff down here. Anyway, but before we do that, one of the things that has been on the agenda, so to speak, for quite a while is I'm going to get just one of each in for the time being. I thought for some reason I had more, and we'll have 2 olive trees. I thought for some reason I had more of these saplings. Clearly I don't. We need to go up onto the area that I've set up. So yeah, quite a number of you have been saying get your saplings in, get your saplings in. I've got to get rid of the hats mod. I really have. It's just distracting. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do appreciate the humour of it and all of that kind of good stuff, but just to me it just does not fit. So if I were to want to go, that's no good there. I think it's going to have to be, I'm going to take you out of there and pop you in there. That will make life a little bit easier, and then we're going to have an orange tree there. Bonk. Then we can go 1 2, then a space, then 1 2, and then we'll stick in a lemon tree. 1 2 space 1 2. There we'll have a cherry tree. Get rid of all of this grass on the ground. Now if I go this is where life gets a little bit complicated, because if I go 1 2 space 1 2, that's not going to work, is it? 1 2 space 1 2, that will go there. We'll have a green apple tree, and then we can just basically get these in and growing. Again, once they're in, if we're really desperate, now periodically we can just swap out. I'm going to put the olives on the top actually. This gets this area started, doesn't it? More than anything else. So if we go what here? Yeah, that works. And then 1 2 space 1 2, and there. That works. Right. So armed with that, we need to get ourselves some food together, get some travelling supplies and all the usual stuff, and I'm going to head off, and I will meet you when we get to a new shore. I'm going to take some sandwiches with us in sealed vessels and yada yada, but yeah, we need to get that. We need that sugar cane. That's going to be a major bottleneck otherwise. So we probably don't need that with us, do we? I'm going to try and find a place for, let me have a think. That's not what I wanted. If I go in there and type in table, what have we got? Mexican tables. I don't really want that one. Tool tray table, no, not appropriate. industrial table light. Give me one of those. Can we get you in here? That works. And then can we place you on there? We can. Excellent. Yeah. Get there eventually. Right. Get some food together and I will be right back with you. Alright, we're out. We're on our way. I've got a selection of sandwiches, some food with me, and we've just come down to this section of the landmass down here. So we're going to kind of skirt, as I say, around, just trying to uncover more terrain in the hope that we'll find some great woods and silver woods and maybe other TerraFirmaCraft related things, preferably not too many of the altars. If you remember when we started this series, when we were doing Technode Firma, there's something up there. It's passive apparently, but of course the system always, it's around here somewhere. Where are you? Yeah, always shows bears as passive, and we don't want no bears. So yeah, the issue we had with TerraFirmaCraft in the... Really? Come on. Did I just manage... Come on. And got him. Right. Mr. Oh, he's bugging out. Hang on, we've got to go hunting the bear now. Yeah, the issue we had with TerraFirmaCraft in the previous version was the prevalence of, for want of a better word, there was an awful lot of the structures, the altars, and also, oh wow, he's angry. Didn't like being shot. Also, the fact that the damage didn't scale very well. We'll keep the large raw. We'll keep everything for now. And the structures were there. Also, then I tested using full red steel armor against a guardian on one of those altars, and he basically kicked my arse, which was not good. Literally one shot me. And obviously the guardians should be tough and scary, but they shouldn't be quite that tough. Not in my opinion, anyway. So yeah, but how do I put this? I just wanted to have a little chat about a little TV show I've been watching recently. Yeah, bit of a chat about real life. That's a scary thought. I'm full. Okay, because one of my passion, well, those of you will know my passion, one of my main passions in life is reading. I love reading. It is a passion, you know. I love books. I read constantly. Kindle was probably the greatest invention ever. I'll have that. Yes, not that bothered. And consequently I do read a lot, and recently I became aware that one of my favourite books by Neil Gaiman has just been, or started to be released as a TV series. So nothing would do that I had to watch it, so I did. I've watched the first 2 episodes, and yeah, and if you haven't worked out what I'm talking about American Gods. If you've not watched it, or you've not read the book, more to the point, let me stick a copper marker down here. New copper question mark. Bang, save, close. If you've not read the book, the basic premise of the book is that the... Oh God, how do you explain American Gods? It's such a, for me, an amazing concept. I'm not marking Galanas at the moment, but yeah, the basic premise is that whenever mankind moves or migrated around the world, we took our gods with us. So, you know, when the Vikings discovered America, the Viking gods ended up in America. And when the Egyptians ended up in America, they took their gods with them, and so on and so forth. You know, until you end up with a whole bunch of gods existing at the same time. And obviously there was the Native American gods already, and then all the African gods and the Slavic gods, and whoa, what's that? There's an awful... Sorry, I just saw those hostile mobs on the map there, and it was like, that's a lot of hostile mob. And of course that premise works pretty well. You know, there is many books and things have worked on the basis that the gods of the world only exist because men believe in them. So with America being such a melting pot of cultures over the centuries, then it's only natural that they went out there. But obviously as belief wanes and fades, the gods themselves get weaker, and other gods come in and take them and become, I don't know, for want of a better word, fashionable, I suppose. And it is an incredible book, and it basically goes on to document the war between the old gods and the new gods of the 21st century. I'm going to stick an up. Hang on. I'm going to stick another waypoint down. If you wonder why I go in there and do it that way, by the way, it's because I rebound the B key to something else, and I haven't... Copper question mark, isn't it? So yeah, there's a whole bunch of new gods emerging in America, and it's like the digital gods of the information superhighway and all that kind of thing. And you know, the goddess of god of TV, and the pharmaceutical gods, and the railroad gods, and all these various high-tech gods that have come in and have not replaced, but have definitely got... No, I'm not that bothered. I can make them. It's only wood. So yeah, as soon as I saw that there was that someone had decided to make a TV adaptation of it. Well, it's not TV because it's on, is it Netflix or Amazon? I can't remember, but the current equivalent of a TV adaptation, because that's one of the bizarre things, of course, we have going on in the world now, is some programs are now not even being made for TV, they're being made straight for digital media, which is an odd one. Nothing will do, but I had to watch it, and so far the first 2 episodes I've seen, yeah, they've not disappointed. They are definitely very, very good. However, that is not getting us anywhere where we need to go, so I'm going to probably pause at this point. If you've been watching it, you know, let me know what you think. I definitely think there's going to be a lot of... It's going to rustle quite a few jimmies. It's certainly definitely post-watershed viewing, given its graphic nature, and yeah, there we go. First bit of Thorncraft generation. I'm not going anywhere near it, but because that would... Oh, what's going on over here? That looks hopeful. That looks like it might be... Is that a great wood? Let's sleep. Oh, we can only sleep at night. Apparently, we can only sleep at night. I never knew that. That looks like a great wood to me. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So yeah, if you've not watched it, I would certainly recommend it. If you are easily offended, I probably shouldn't recommend it, but it is an incredibly good adaptation of the show. It certainly doesn't pull the punches. It will offend people, I'm fairly certain. Some people will find it offensive, and you know what, there really is nothing we can do about that. It's I don't think it's designed to offend. I think it's hopefully, and thought, I think Gaiman's intention when he wrote the American Gods was to actually try and, I don't know, provoke some original thought, maybe, which I know that's quite a scary idea, but yeah, I would say that was probably his, or one of his primary thoughts. This is, hello, hang on, there's a Zombert somewhere. I think he's in the tree. We may get a crash because this is a big tree to chop down, but let's get ready to run because I think he's probably up there. Yep. Run away. Oh wow, that is a serious amount of wood. And that won't go into... Oh man. We're full already. How much do we need there? I mean, the uses for that are pretty... Great wood rod. I don't think we need that. I'm going to leave the rest. We don't need that much. I'll probably ditch most of this as well. I mean, we realistically are going to need maybe 2 stacks. So, yeah, it looks like a really, 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 really good series. So, I recommend it. If you've not read the book, I would heartily recommend that one. The book is pretty much a really good read, and I mean, we're only 2 in. We haven't even met some of the... Oh, we got a little bit of hematite here. Iron question mark. No, new iron question mark there. Yeah. As I say, the biggest and strangest thing I find with this entire process now is oh, what have we got with some bauxite, surface bauxite by the looks of it. Yeah. The biggest thing I find with this is the oh god, we'll get there eventually, I promise. Is the change in culture. You know, we've gone from having, oh, we've got surface copper there as well, but I'm not going to get too excited about that. The change from having a system of, you know, when you, God, words difficult for fighting me. Oh, hello, not going near that. Hang on, that is not. That is a totem. Okay. So when you consider that when I first joined the world back in the late 60s, and I first entered the world, I really actually personally probably wasn't overly bothered at all about any of this. But as you grow up and you start to learn about things, you learn about things like television. And you know, I remember having 3 channels in black and white. Oh, hello, surface gold. J, new, surface gold. -25. Save. Yeah, I mean, we literally had 3 channels, and I had a black and white TV on probably if I'm generous, and this, my memory might be slightly flawed in this, it was probably a 14-inch telly, 14-inch black and white portable. And yeah, I mean, we were back in the day when I was a lad, but and then he went, you know, more channels came on, and then you got colour, and you know, all of the good things that we remember so fondly. And then eventually, you know, terrestrial, the old aerial TV started to go away, and everything went the way of cable and satellite, and we got more and more channels. Not really any more programs, I think. You know, I noticed that what you got is more channels of less to watch. And then we started watching things on, like, well, YouTube. Here's case in point. and you'd watch your TV on your computer and then on your phone, and it is a very, very strange progression when you look at the thing. Oh, there's an ore node. I can't scan it, but there it is. We still need to find silverwood. That would be a handy one, and I'm not entirely sure what we do about the crystals. You know, the earth crystals and air shards. That's it, shards. I know they're existing in the game somehow, but there's a creeper over there. Is that a creeper actually on the surface over there? Is that just a creeper that is in a cave over there? You can tell as you get further on in the game, you get a bit, it's down, it's going to be down. It's got to be in a cave, hasn't it? It's probably in this cave system down there somehow. Yep, zombie. Right. Anyway, I'm going to continue on for a little bit. I'm conscious I've been rattling while I but yeah, I am very, very impressed by the quality of that show so far. So watch it if you haven't. Get in there and do it now. Watch it. What's that bismuth? This poor bismuth. I'm not going to bother even marking it. We've got so much bismuth on the map. Wow. And then we've got this thing, which I'm not going to play with right now. Powder keg would be useful, but yeah, I don't think we're seeing anything new here anyway. So I'll be back in a bit. I'll see you soon. Well, I was expecting to go further, and look at this. The thing we're after, the elusive sugarcane. There's a lot of it as well, which is good, because I'm going to grab it all. Every last bit that I spot, I'm going to wander around there, grab that, keep my eyes open for anything else, Thorncrafty or stuff in the area. There's, looks to be, I would guess that was cinnabar. It's very red, whatever it is. So we'll go and check that out in a moment. In fact, check it out now. We'll head over to that first, and then we know this coastline has got a lot of it on, so that's good. Good. Yeah, good. Of course, the other thing I was going to say is if you do watch or read American Gods, the other one to keep that is fire shards. That is a very, very big hole in the ground. That is small rough fire shard. Is this how we're doing it? Okay. I'm fine if that's how this is going to work. We'll grab some while we're here, because I get the impression we're going to need it. No, we can only sleep at night still. Wow. So we're definitely going to have to do some exploring, because we've done a lot of terrain gen in the area, and we need to look at that out. It's so pretty. Yeah, so the other book to read is the Anansi Boys. Anansi and Anansi. I'm never sure how you pronounce his name. He's the African spider god, Anansi, the trickster god, if you like, or African loci. Take your pick, really. Any of those will work. Gimme. Shards, poor rough fire shards. We used you to make that. That is used to make fire infused. Right, yeah, I really don't know. But while we're here, what can we use you for then? Same again. All right. Well, I'm not going to argue. We need to grab this stuff, so let me get a load of it while I'm here, and I'll grab a whole load of those sugar canes as well, and I will be back in a little while. Alright, I've got a quandary here. I've kind of come and skirted around here. There's fire shards on that pile there. There's fire shards down here in the water. I've just literally seen this. This is a water shard. Hint of water shards in the area. I can't see them anywhere. There's fire shards down there, but yeah, I'm not that desperate for them. And similarly, I just seen that is amber down there, but I'm not that desperate for it, so I'm just going to mark it on the map, I think, until we need it. And because of course somehow we've got to get down there. Now I could just, you know, knock out these blocks, go down in the waterfall, but it's risky. We're a long way from home and we've already got quite a bit of loot. So yeah, I'm gonna play it safe on that one and just mark it. And I'm just skirting my way around this terrain here, really looking to see what we can find. But it looks like we may be in an area for water shards now with a bit of luck, which will give us a different, I mean there's 6 shard types, so, but that's gold I think up there, and that's gold down there we'll come back to. But again, as you spot these things, I really do recommend get these things marked on the map, because even if you don't dig them straight away and you don't go mad and just grab everything, that is poor quality gold. So it's J, it is new, it's surface gold 15. And I'm actually liking this way of marking the surface of the ores when I find them, because obviously we've got fire shards again somewhere around here by the looks of it, but we've got more gold. Yeah, so I'm just keeping on going, grabbing as many of these sugar canes as I can, because they do take a while to grow in TerraFirmaCraft. So yeah, no point. There, yeah, fire shards there. Look, I'll mark them because if we mark this spot on the map when we want fire shards, when we run out, then we'll get them back and we'll just get them. We'll find them straight off. Be good. Right, yeah, I'm going to continue onwards. So, see you in a bit. And look, we've got the Forest of Doom. I'm not going to go any further that way because that place is just death. It was death before, it'll be death now. I mean, it's not death. We'll, you know, we could survive it. We'd be fools to low, and we want to stay well away from that as well. Thorncraft obelisks, not fun. I have found, as you probably can see on the mini-map, I've spotted Thorncraft Cinnabar, which is different to TerraFirmaCraft Cinnabar, so I've indicated that it is a Thorncraft Cinnabar and not a TFC Cinnabar we're seeing, because TFC Cinnabar is redstone and Thorncraft Cinnabar is mercury. So, yeah, subtle difference. Still, look, you see, there you go, look at that. Death just waiting in those trees over there. And again, you know, we could take them, but I don't really want to. It's really easy. Those Forests of Doom are really, really handy little mob grinders if you just want to go and taunt zombies out. Because zombies will come out and grab you all the time. Cassiterite, we're a bit far away for me to worry about marking that. We've got more cassiterite closer to us, so I think, yeah, I think we're probably better pretending that we didn't see it. Well, not pretending, it doesn't matter that we saw it, but not marking it. And again, sometimes, you know, I do say mark everything on the map, but I'll be honest, I don't mark everything personally, partially because I'm trying to, you know, play this in a reasonable period of time and not end up, you know, completely obsessed with things. Now there's more on that side, but I honestly can't see. I've got, this is now full. I've got like what, 256 reeds, and there are more to be had. That's a certainty. You know, we don't have, without really having to try. But it's like, how much do we need now? Oh, grab it. So yeah, I wish I brought the scythe, because I could have gone. I mean, we could have got some of this for just for the hell of it, but we didn't. So no point crying over spilt milk. What is it? Akakacha. Akakacha. I got told off for not calling it a kakacha in an episode a while ago. In a comment, it was like, why do you call it a kakacha anymore? And it's like, well, it's not something I just do continually. It's actually, I must admit, it's not even my particular phrase, that one. It's from everybody's favourite little fella, Corrales. Well, I say everybody's. I think he's less favourite these days because he doesn't do Minecraft videos anymore. But you know, each to their own. If you're not enjoying it, then fine. Quite more for me. Oh dear, I need to explore, find some more interesting spots. I need some more shard types or something. We're still all right for food. I'm going to check on Tarbiar for time. But we're still alright for food. Water's not a problem, so we can still keep on hunting around the place. I'll check how long we've been going, but this is probably going to be a 2-episode trawl around anyway, just because, you know, we're out here. It's going to take me a while to get back. I do want to know what we use those shards for. That's going to be an interesting one. And of course, another thing, if you're looking for a zombie spawner, is if you can get one of these at night, or even cover one of these pillars up, these things are pretty good little mob farms as well, if you're wanting to build up a lot of experience, because that will spawn angry zombies, I think, furious zombies, the ones that can actually get bigger. It'll spawn them. To go in left, right and centre. Hematite, how far away? We're miles away, aren't we, for me to be marking hematites on there. I mean, we're opposite side of spawn realistically. I suppose I should. New iron question mark. Bang, save, close. Yeah, because it's iron, and I suspect we're going to use a lot more iron in this pack when we get a bit closer, further along the line. I should also make sure I eat, drink and freshen up my water. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to continue hunting around for a little bit. I'll check how long I've been recording. Oh, I'm full apparently. I'm not watching my messages, and I will be back with you in a moment. Alright, I've been going 33 minutes. I've just come across these guys. Now, these guys I really don't want to mess with right now. I'm not sure how... I know how tough they were in the previous version, so I definitely don't want to go playing with them in this version until we've got a better idea of exactly what we're biting off. So I'm going to continue hunting around for resources, and I think next episode we'll be turning around to head back, but I will probably kind of try and rejoin us back to a position where we have got something. I mean, we've got potential of surface of gold here, but we're right next to the Forest of Doom. We're right next to Eldritch Cultist, Hoofa Spots. Probably, I suppose we should do new gold question mark. Bang, save, close. But yeah, I need to realistically try and find some more of those shards, because I suspect we're going to need. I mean, I've got a stack and a half. I mean a true stack and a half, not a TFC stack as well. So not too shabby. We have got what looks to be a particularly unpleasant piece of terrain around here to navigate across, but for the most part this has been a reasonable exploration. We've got a lot of what we wanted, which was the the sugar canes. We also have the advantage of the additional shards, which I wasn't expecting, so I'm not going to complain. If they appear in water, by the way, they're dead easy to spot. they stand. Oh, more fire shards around this area, but again, I don't really. I'll mark it, but we don't desperately need. I've found quite a few, and they're in this area, so as long as we know they're there, then we can always come should we need them. But what I would like to do is find some other shards, something different to fire shards. So I will have a little hunt around between episodes. We'll go a little bit further around this unexplored territory that we're in, and I will be back with you next time. But until then, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. And bye for now.